Bitcoin SV value equivalent to $57.4827 a coin. The present exchanged cost range, 50.60 480 59.048. The earlier day close, 58.80 512. The change was 1,685, 233%. Converse rate, US to BSV. Bitcoin SV gauge for August 2024. In the first place, cost at $25.91. Exorbitant cost $32.16, while low cost $25.91. But found the middle value of cost $28.51. Bitcoin SV cost gauge toward the month's end 30.06. Change for August 16%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for September 2024. First and foremost cost at $30.06. Exorbitant cost $37.31, while low cost $30.06. They found the middle value of cost $33.08. Bitcoin SV cost estimate toward the month's end 34.87. Change for September 16%. Bitcoin SV estimate for October 2024. First and foremost cost at $34.87. Exorbitant cost $38.80, while low cost $33.72. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $35.91. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end 36.26. Change for October 40%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for November 2024. Before all else cost at $36.26. Excessive cost 45 as in, while low cost 36.26. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 39.90. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end 42.06. Change for November 16%. Bitcoin SV conjecture for December 2024. Before all else cost at $42.06. Excessive cost 45.66, while low cost 39.68. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 42.52. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end 42.67. Change for December 15%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for January 2025. First and foremost cost at $42.67. Exorbitant cost $52.97, while low cost $42.67. They found the middle value of cost $46.95. Bitcoin SV cost estimate toward the month's end $49.50. Change for January 16%. Bitcoin SV conjecture for February 2025. At the outset cost at $49.50. Excessive cost $53.47, while low cost $46.47. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $49.85. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end $49.97. Change for February's 9%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for Walk 2025. Initially cost at $49.97. Excessive cost $55.61, while low cost $48.33. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $51.47. Bitcoin SV cost figure toward the month's end $51.97. Change for spring 4%. Bitcoin SV conjecture for April 2025. At the outset cost at $51.97. Excessive cost $56.53, while low cost $49.13. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $52.62. Bitcoin SV cost figure toward the month's end $52.83. Change for April 17%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for May 2025. First and foremost cost at $52.83. Exorbitant cost $65.57, while low cost $52.83. They found the middle value of cost $58.13. Bitcoin SV cost estimate toward the month's end $61.28. Change for May 16%. Bitcoin SV gauge for June 2025. Initially cost at $61.28. Excessive cost $65.90, while low cost $57.28. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $61.51. Bitcoin SV cost figure toward the month's end $61.59. Change for June to 5%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for July 2025. Initially cost at $61.59. Excessive cost $67.12, while low cost $58.34. They arrived at the midpoint of cost $62.45. Bitcoin SV cost figure toward the month's end $62.73. Change for July 19%. Bitcoin SV gauge for August 2025. To start with cost at $62.73. Exorbitant cost $69.20, while low cost $64.10. They found the middle value of cost $64.19. Bitcoin SV cost gauge toward the month's end $64.67. Change for August 1%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for September 2025. To start with, cost at $64.67. Exorbitant cost $69.83, while low cost $60.69. The arrived at the midpoint of cost $65.11. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end $65.26. Change for September saw 9%. Bitcoin SV conjecture for October 2025. At the outset, cost at $65.26. Excessive cost $72.79, while low cost $63.27. The arrived at the midpoint of cost $67.34. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end $68.03. Change for October 4.2%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for November 2025. At the outset, cost at $68.03. Exorbitant cost $70.63, while low cost $61.39. The found the middle value of cost $66.52. Bitcoin SV cost estimate toward the month's end $66.01. Change for November 3%. Bitcoin SV estimate for December 2025. First and foremost, cost at $66.01. Exorbitant cost $66.01, while low cost $54.32. The found the middle value of cost $61.19. Bitcoin SV cost estimate toward the month's end $58.41. Change for December 11.5%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for January 2026. Initially cost at $58.41. Excessive cost $61.09, while low cost $53.09. The arrived at the midpoint of cost $57.42. Bitcoin SV cost figure toward the month's end $57.09. Change for January 2.3%. Bitcoin SV figure for February 2026. Initially cost at $57.09. Excessive cost $57.56, while low cost $52. The arrived at the midpoint of cost $54.62. Bitcoin SV cost gauge toward the month's end $53.79. Change for February 5.8%. Bitcoin SV cost expectation for Walk 2026. To start with, cost at $53.79. Exorbitant cost $53.79, while low cost $42.47. The found the middle value of cost $48.93. Bitcoin SV cost gauge toward the month's end $45.67. Change for spring 1%. Bitcoin SV gauge for April 2026. To start with, cost at $45.67. Exorbitant cost $53.86, while low cost $45.67. The arrived at the midpoint of cost $48.89. Bitcoin SV cost conjecture toward the month's end $50.34. Change for April 10.2%. As to BSV expectation for May 2024. Initially cost at 0.15 coins. Excessive costs earn 29, while lows earn 15. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.22. The ERS to BSV figure toward the month's end 0.26.